Hi honeys, welcome back to another episode of Girl Do It For You. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, if you could like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And if you're watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify or Apple Music or anything, give me a rating. It would just mean a lot. So thank you guys in advance. Also really sorry if you hear Winston chewing on his bone. He did decide to go get it and start gnawing on it like crazy right now, but it's fine. This is what we got to do to get it going. Cheers to that. Anyways, let's get into the episode. Don't let the world take your happiness. When you're going through something difficult and it's making you angry and it's making you feel all these feelings that you can't process and you don't really know what to do with them, or it's making you upset, or it's making you sad, it's making you just stressed, anything, like whatever it is, don't let it take your sparkle. Like everyone jokes around and is like, oh, my sparkle got dimmed, and it's like the sparkle in question and it's them being chaotic or whatever it is. And you know what? Who cares? Like, that's what makes you you. If you're up on dancing on tables, if you're chaotic and you just, I don't even know, ride the bull at every bar you go to, like, don't let people take that from you. Don't let people shame you for being you. Like, don't let the world take that piece of you that makes you you, because people love that about you. People love that spark in you. And I know a lot of times when you're going through a really hard time, or you're just not, you're not you and you feel it, try not to let the world take it, because what, every time when you pull yourself out of that dark place, your sparkle comes back and your happiness comes back and you feel better than you've ever felt before. But don't let them take that from you. Whether it's a person, whether it's just life itself, whether it's a job, whether it's your situation, like, don't turn into a hateful or an angry person, because why should something take that from you to make you miserable? If you are going through something that's so hard that you cannot come out of it, and you can't find your happiness, and you can't find your sparkle, you can't find what it is in you that sets your heart on fire, that pushes you every day, that brings you that joy, and you are going through something and you're trying to avoid it because you're trying to pull it out, my advice to you would be to go right through it. Go through whatever it is that you're going through. Feel every feeling in that moment. Like, truly feel it within your whole body. Whether you're angry, whether you're sad, feel all of it. You're stressed, feel it. Feel the stress, but only feel it for as long as you're in it, and don't carry it on. Like, if you have to go scream at the top of your fucking lungs and sit in your car, or scream into your pillow, or yell, I will tell you, I have been in those situations where I am just pissed off and there is nothing. I have ranted to my husband. I have called whatever, like, if it's a person, I have called them every name under the sun. I have bitched and bitched and bitched till I'm blue in the face, and I still don't feel better. And I'm like, what do I need to do? See if you feel like you need to scream, and then you'll laugh at yourself. Or it'll make you feel better. I was driving to work not that long ago and I was just mad. And I was like, why am I so annoyed? So I just screamed. I was at a red light. I screamed. And then I was like, I sound like an idiot. And then I sat there and I was like, why am I letting this ruin my Friday or whatever? No. Because I'm laughing at how ridiculous I am that I'm this angry about something, or I'm this upset. Like, this is ridiculous. And I turned on my music and I went to work and I had myself a good day. Feel whatever it is. If you feel like you need to scream, scream. If you feel like you need to go break something, there's raid rooms. I've said it before. Feel your feelings. Feel every emotion and go through anything and everything that you are in. Go right through it. And it's terrifying, and sometimes you hit rock bottom. But sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to go so far down to know, well, I can't go any further. Right? Like, this is the bottom. And you know, my friend at work actually, she told me, you know, sometimes when you hit the bottom, you know, okay, I can only come up from here because this is rock bottom. There's only one way out and it's up. And I thought that was really good advice because when you are so low, you're like, what the fuck am I going to do? You're going to pull yourself right out of it and you're going to get back up. And you're not going to let whatever it is take your joy for life out of the world. You cannot control the things that happen to you, but you can control how you react and how you handle them. The situations that you're put in are always going to test you, and you can't control that. You can't control what's going to happen tomorrow, but you can control how you react to it, and that is times a million. You know, if you react and you blow up and there was no need for it, you have now blown something way out of proportion that could have been solved with, I don't know, the smallest conversation, or maybe it was a miscommunication. You know, there's so many different situations. Not everything deserves to be blowing up like that. If that made sense. I don't know. Also try, like, you can't control the situations that you were put in. You also can't control the people around you. And I think that is something that I struggle with because in my head, when someone does something to me that I think is wrong and I think is fucked up, I can't wrap my head around it because to me, I'm like, I would never, ever do that to a person. So when someone does it to me, I get angry and I'm like, because I literally don't understand how you can treat someone like that. It confuses me because I'm like, how can you have no care for someone else's feelings that you were supposedly friends, partners, family? You just have you have disregard for their feelings. And in my head, I'm like, that's so fucked up. I could never do that to a person. But you know what you can't control? People's actions. You cannot control how someone treats you. You cannot control what someone does with their life. It's their life to go live it, right? Do your thing. I'm all here for do what you want to do, but don't do what you want to do if it's going to hurt other people. And that goes for the same as when you let the world take your happiness, you then are angry at everything. And then you become a miserable, nasty person, and nobody wants to be around that. Nobody wants to be around the grouchy person that's just pissed off at the world. So don't let people or situations take that joy from you. When someone does something bad to you or to hurt you or someone is just mean to you or nasty, remember that it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Hurt people hurt people. So when people do things to you, the biggest thing you can do for yourself is remind yourself that they are so unhappy in their own life that that's all they can do. It's how their pain has affected them and their dysfunction, and it's how they are trying to cope with it, and they are lashing out and taking out on other people. They are coping in a destructive way that doesn't determine whether you are lovable or worthy because they are taking out their anger on you. It's they are hurt and they don't know how to process it and they don't know how to deal with it. So they are lashing out and they are coping in what they think is okay, and it's not, and it's unhealthy and it's destructive to everybody around them. But they don't see that. When you realize that they are doing it because they don't know how to deal with it, you'll feel bad for them. I have a few people that I'm like, that's the only way you know how to deal with it is lying to people, cheating on people, abusing people. Like, there's so many people I've met in my life that's how they deal with it. And it's like, you are so hurt and traumatized that you don't even see what you're doing. And that is how it keeps going, because a hurt person does this to a completely fine person, and then that person gets hurt, and then they keep doing it. And I've been in that situation where a hurt person has hurt me, and I have let it take me down. And then I realized that is their way of coping, and that's so unhealthy, and I feel bad for them, but you can't help people who don't want help. And know that it doesn't determine how good of a person you are if you don't make it make you a nasty person, if that made sense. You'll hit a point of giving and giving and giving to where a person is taking and taking and taking every single part of you and your happiness and your joy and your sparkle, where you'll give up. You will. You'll give up because it won't be worth it anymore. And you will eventually take those pieces back and rebuild yourself. And I promise you, when you have ever rebuilt yourself from the bottom, when you have been that broken down, you will never, ever let another person do that to you again. Someone who, whether it was a partner or a friend or work environment, a boss, whatever, you will never let someone do that to you again, and your standards will forever be raised, and you'll forever have boundaries, and you will know that whatever situation that was, if it was a job, they're going to have to meet me where I am. Whether it was a partner, your next partner is going to have to meet me where I am. There's no more letting my walls down. There's no more letting things slide. Because you let things slide for too long and it ended you at rock bottom. And it wasn't worth it. I know in my experience, it was not worth it to let someone belittle me for the amount of time that I did. Because it doesn't determine your worth. Because now I have a man who loves me to death. And he would never, ever treat me how I have been treated in the past because that person was a hurt person. Whoa. This is not what I expected this episode to go. Anyways. Whew. It sucks to hear, but you cannot make a person better by loving them harder. That is one of the biggest lessons I have ever learned. No matter how much you love a person, it doesn't mean they will change. It doesn't mean they will get better just because you love them more. People think if I love them better, if I do this, if I do that, they'll be better for whatever. And it's just not true. Because if people don't want to change and people don't want to fix their actions, they're not going to. If they don't see the problem, they don't think there is a problem and they don't think they ever need to change their ways. No matter how many times you tell them, no matter how hard you try and you love them, you're only doing yourself damage. If you were trying to be yourself and you are trying to be so happy and someone just keeps taking that from you, let them go. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing yourself over. It's not worth having to rebuild yourself and bring back your own happiness. It's really not. And I'm tired of people saying, well, sometimes you just have to go through that in life. It's character building. No, it's not. I didn't deserve to go through what I did. I didn't need that trauma to grow up. I didn't need that trauma to learn that I didn't deserve that. You don't deserve to go through shitty things to character build or make you who you are. That is complete bullshit. And anybody who ever tells you that has not got your best interest at heart. If people show you continuously how bad they are of a person, that is your sign to just let them. Let them be that person and you do you. Let them lose you. Let them miss out on knowing how wonderful of a person you are. They don't deserve to know you like that. Let them lose you. Let them learn that they should not have done that. And when they come crawling back, don't let them. Don't give up. I noticed in a lot of different situations that the minute I stopped fighting, there was nothing, the other side wasn't fighting for me. So why was I giving my whole energy and time to someone who didn't even care if I was in their life or not? In any situation where I have been fighting and fighting, I will fight to the ends of the earth for people that I love, and I will go and go and go, and I will be made stupid and I will look like an idiot for how much I will fight for people that I love. And then the second I stop fighting, every time, I'm like, wow, that ended really quickly because they were not fighting for me because they didn't care. And that's not worth it to yourself. And you know, so what if people think you're a little standoffish? Yeah, I am. My guard is up. And it should be. Because I've been through some shit. But you know what? My guard is up and I am still a happy person because I am not letting people take my happiness from me. Like, if there is anything I can ever say is just please, 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 do not let the world and the sadness that is out there and the anger that people throw at you, do not let that take your happiness and your sparkle and your joy for life. Your reason for getting up every day. Don't let the world take that from you. You deserve to be so happy. You deserve the world to think you are a lovely person. You deserve love and companionship, and you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. You don't deserve to be yelled at. Ever. You don't deserve to be lied to. You don't deserve to be cheated on. You deserve respect, and you deserve happiness, and you deserve joy, and you deserve to wake up every morning happy that you are here. And this got way deeper than I expected it to, once again. You know how dogs wake up every single morning and they are just happy ray of sunshines? I am watching Peaches right now roll around on the side of the couch. She's so happy. And you know why? Because no one ever has taken her joy away. No one's ever taken her happiness. She is the happiest dog I have ever met in my life. And I just wish that everybody in life could be so happy. But I think there's lessons that, you know, come with all of it, but you don't need to learn them. You shouldn't have to deal with abuse and trauma just to know that, like, oh yeah, I didn't deserve that. Cool. Bullshit. Because you never deserved it, so why did somebody do it in the first place, you know? We all need more joy in our day, let me tell you that much. The world is a fucked up place, and who the hell knows how long we're all going to be here. Life is too damn short to be angry and hateful in the first place. Life is too damn short. We get one single life. You better live that bitch to the fucking fullest. Do what you want. Because it's your life and you can literally do whatever the hell you want. And that's something I have to keep reminding myself. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Why not? I'm a grown-ass woman. I can do what the hell I want. I don't have to ask for permission. From who? For what? Like, live your life for you and live it to the motherfucking fullest. Because who cares? You get one life. Who the hell cares if you're out dancing on the dance floor and you look like an idiot? Are you having fun? Keep going. I will always be that ghetto who will encourage people to do the things that they like to do, even if it pushes them out of their comfort zone. We were down at our line dancing bar not that long ago, and my friend wanted to get on the bill. Really. Becca, she wanted to get on the bill, and I was like, okay, let's go. And she's like, oh, I can't. I'm like, girl, get on the damn bill. I'll get on it. I went on that thing. I fell off it in 2 seconds. I didn't even care. Everyone was like, you didn't even last that long. I was like, I don't care. She wanted to get on it. Let's get on it. She lasted, like, I don't know how long, but like a good amount of time. And then our other friend, Katie, got on it too. And I'm like, let's go. Like, if you want to do something, do it. And just enjoy life. Do what makes you happy and do it for you. Because let me tell you something, nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else cares about your happiness as much as you do because they have their own happiness to worry about. So bring yourself your own joy. I don't care what it is. Just do it. I don't care how stupid, how silly, how ridiculous you think you look or feel. If it brings you joy, do it. And if nobody else is cheering in your corner for you, I am. I'll always be your number one supporter, I promise, babes. But with that, that was my TED Talk for today's episode. Just don't let the world take your happiness, please. Like, when I first moved here, I was ridiculed for my accent. So I hid it. Because kids fucking suck, let's be honest. Kids are assholes. So I had my accent. Then I grew up and met more people, and they were like, why do you do that? Because it would come out every now and then. I'm like, well, I was mocked and blah, blah, blah. They're like, but you sound so cool. That's amazing. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You don't meet that many Scottish people in America. That is pretty fucking cool. And now I take pride in my accent. And even when I think, I still get insecure about it because I still think people are making fun of me. But you know what? That's me. I have an accent, and it's not that big of a deal. It literally is not a big deal. Everybody has an accent from no matter where you are in the world. You could live like 3 hours north of somebody and have a different accent than the person that's sitting next to me on the couch. Like, it's different. It makes you who you are, and you're unique. And someone out there will adore you for it. Don't let the world dull your sparkle, babe. Thank you for listening to the episode. I love you, honeys, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye, honeys.